As a result, as we have been discussing and closely monitoring in recent weeks, tensions among the Judgment Day are currently quite high. The conflict between Liv's and Finn's sides is creating a huge rift within the gang. Since Liv and Finn are the two main characters in this story, all of the attention is on them, making it easy to overlook the other supporting characters on Judgment Day. However, fans are beginning to believe that Dominik Mysterio should be watched closely because he may end up acting as the story's hidden protagonist. According to rumors, Finn is expected to have a significant breakthrough year in 2025. However, WWE has been subtly preparing for Dominik Mysterio's apparent babyface change in the background of the Judgment Day plot. Additionally, all of those seeds are being sown in very subtle and little ways. Dominik Mysterio defends Liv Morgan and opposes Finn Balor when he disagrees with him. Dominic wants to compete in major events alone, without cheating or assistance. All of the minor things that you could argue are quite honorable for Dominic to do are, as we all know, not the Dominik Mysterio that we have known since he joined the Judgment Day in 2022, being honorable and following the book. Fans are also extremely concerned about these minor changes in his character features since they may eventually lead to a major babyface turning point for Dominik Mysterio in the future. The LWO may have contributed to one of the more recent fan theories regarding Dominik's face turn. Perhaps it reaches a point when Dominik Mysterio is used as a scapegoat on the Judgment Day, and Dominic is unfairly held responsible for the group's recent shortcomings. A scenario like this might show Liv Morgan and the rest of the group abandoning Dominik Mysterio and rebelling against him. As we mentioned a few weeks ago on Wrestling World CC, Rhea and Damian also viciously attacked each other's necks in the final weeks leading up to the Judgment Day. However, what was the outcome for them? We had earlier speculated that they may be setting up with Liv Morgan and Finn Balor, but because of certain circumstances in the plot, Rhea and Damian ended up growing closer than ever. Right now, they despise one another so much that they refuse to communicate or see one another, which gives you the impression that a major breakup is imminent between them. However, what if the complete opposite occurs? What if Finn and Liv are able to not only mend their friendship but also develop a romantic relationship? When the time is right, they reveal their relationship to Dominik Mysterio in the most bizarre and twisted way possible, which increases sympathy for him and initiates the babyface journey. You may counter that it's ideal payback for what Dominic did to Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. Therefore you don't feel sorry for his character in that circumstance, and there's no doubting that you'd be absolutely correct. However, Dominic's actions at SummerSlam may not be as twisted as what Finn and Liv do to him. There are so many plot points and seeds from last summer that never really materialized, which is why we're so focused on a possible love relationship between Finn and Liv. For example, when Finn Balor stole Liv Morgan's hotel room keycard from Dominic, when Finn and Liv made covert phone conversations, or even when Finn and Liv were discovered together in a truck alone. Throughout the course of last spring and summer, there were a lot of small things like that between Finn and Liv. Furthermore, there was never a greater reward for anything that happened, especially between Finn and Liv, other from Liv simply joining the group. Therefore, it would be a cool twist that was technically right in front of everyone the entire time because of all those little details that were thrown in back in 2024 if Finn and Liv were revealed as a couple sometime in 2025. It would also perfectly pay off all those little secretive moments between Finn and Liv over the previous few months. Just this devastating and tragic revelation from Finn and Liv to Dominic. Additionally, they would continue to pursue Dominik Mysterio for the duration of the Judgment Day. Who knows if they will even bring in a new member to replace Dominic. Thus, Dominik Mysterio would be greatly outnumbered by Finn, Liv, Carlito, JD, Raquel, and possibly other new members who would follow him. And for Dominik Mysterio, who would save the day? How about Rey Mysterio and the LWO saving the day and providing Dominic with some support in the face of this brand new, completely rogue rendition of the Judgment Day? Naturally, you're asking yourself, given everything that has transpired between them over the past few years, why would Rey help Dominic? And the solution is rather straightforward. Rey is still his firstborn kid and his flesh and blood, regardless of all the insane things Dominic has done to him over the past few years. Therefore, Despite their past interactions, Rey Mysterio is more inclined to assist Dominik Mysterio if he witnesses him being completely mutilated rather than participating in the beating and slaughter of his own kid. Therefore, if anyone is going to support Dominik Mysterio when the chips are down, it will be his father. Additionally, take a look at how WWE recently handled the original bloodline. There is a lot of terrible history between Roman and the other members, you could say even more horrific and traumatic than what Dominic and Rey have gone through, but WWE managed to clear the slate, put an end to those incidents, and reunite the original bloodline in less than 10 days. Therefore, Dominic and Rey's relationship can undoubtedly still be mended and entirely restored if they can accomplish that for Roman and the original bloodline. Now that Dominic has the LWO's backing, he has a very good chance of retaliating against the Judgment Day. Additionally, Dominic will now have the chance to utilize Zelina Vega to personally retaliate against Liv Morgan. Since Zelina and Liv Morgan already have a tumultuous past, you can bet that she will seize the chance to work with Liv Morgan once more on Dominik Mysterio's behalf. Additionally, Dominic's persona has been portrayed as a real women guy. Does that imply that Dominik Mysterio might develop feelings for Zelina Vega's character? It would be odd and out of character to see Zelina's opinion of Dominic drastically shift from her previous viewpoint because she has previously made some rather harsh remarks about his appearance and how much he disgusts her. However, wherever Dominic has gone recently, someone has fallen deeply in love with him, so you have to wonder if that trend will continue. As some fans have already noted, this theory's main drawback is that it would essentially constitute a significant regression for Dominik Mysterio's character. Dominic turned heel and left his father's shadow in 2022 to join the Judgment Day and start his journey alone. Therefore, if Dominic leaves the Judgment Day 3 years later only to rejoin the LWO as a babyface and return to his father's wing, it seems as though he would be exactly where he was before his 2022 heel turn. In order to avoid that, perhaps Rey and the LWO can still spare Dominic from the Judgment Day. They assist him in fending them off in a quarrel, but Dominic and Rey would not be able to live together in the long run. Given that Rey and Dominic are now on good terms and have resolved their differences, perhaps the goal of this angle is to simply mend their on-screen relationship, make things right up there, and perhaps encourage the people to support Dominic once more. Dominik Mysterio may then start making a name for himself as a solo babyface star. It seems to me that if WWE plans to make Dominik Mysterio a babyface, that particular face change won't be finished until he completely reconciles with his father and leaves things amicably. However, what do you think of the stories from today? Please share your thoughts in the space provided below. Remember to subscribe with all notifications enabled, and hit like if you liked it. I appreciate you everyone watching.